My name is Diana Scherer. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm born in Germany, but I feel like a Dutch artist. I'm already for 25 years in the Netherlands. I work with the plant root system, plant roots. I started about 10 years ago, and what I do is I weave the plant root system. But it's not handmade, it's a collaboration with the plant roots. I use mainly oats, and actually I use templates which I place into the ground, and the plant roots grow and they follow the templates. After a couple of weeks I can turn the piece and harvest it, and then I have these textiles of the plant root system. So the weaving process is the growing process. I started about 10 years ago to work with the plant roots, and I used to work as a photographer. So I started to make photos of the work, and I made a series of vases, planted about, I think, 100 of different plants in it, and I followed the movements and I followed the way they adapted to the vase. And after this series I thought I have to carry on, it's not enough, and I wanted to weave the plant root system. So after a couple of years of plant root system research, I had the idea I could weave it. I looked at it as a yarn. So for example, grass roots are very thin like silk, and the daisy plant root system is really thick and looks a bit like wool. So I went to this university in the Netherlands. They're specialized in plant roots, and asked them if they would be interested to help me to do this project. And they said, yes, we are interested. It won't work at all because it's not possible, but please come here and work with us. So we started, and after a year we found out how to do it, and I developed this technique. For the Biennale, I was invited by José Rocker, and he was interested to show, his idea was to show the material really and the process, and I was interested, to show it, but I also designed new templates, new pattern, which are connected to the theme, the water. So for example, it's a big piece there lying on the ground. I decided to make kind of a big rock or floor piece with a pattern of the xylem. Xylem is a scientific name for the plant root water systems. So they start in the plant roots and they go to the stem, and these microscopic images of the water system of a plant I show in these templates. On the other hand, I think it's interesting my material research really for future sustainable and applicable material. The whole project started as an art project, but now also we do this research. It's very interesting, I think, to find out how to get it stronger and to find applications in the future. What you see in the exhibition is all kind of stages of the process. So for example, the earth and the seeds, they will germinate in about 2 days. You see all stages of the growing, couple of days, a week, and sometimes you will see 2 weeks. On the table you see a lot of harvested material, which is dried. So it is a textile, kind of a lace grown from plant roots. And at the end of the exhibition there's this big floor piece which is still alive. So how it actually starts the whole project is I use oat seeds. Oats are really the best seeds for this project. We did also here research, but it's a grass. And grass likes to be sown together really dense. Other plant roots would hate it to be grown sowed like this. They need space and they would fight below ground. And seeds, they really love it to be together as this. And then the next step is nurturing the piece for a couple of weeks, daily. And at the end I will turn it, and then I cut with a knife, I cut the roots away from the soil and dry it. And then you have these textile pieces left over.